during 9/11. I was assigned to Puerto Rico for Hurricane Hortensia. I go all over. I also do local, I'm on call like on Mondays. My husband and I do local disasters, fires, whatever. And so I'm really into safety for the individual stakeholders that live here, especially with doing, there's so many programs. I do not seek any funding for Red Cross because that would be against the rules, but to have a speaker come in, we also have, for instance, Bill Hopkins with the Earthquake Preparedness Fair did a very good presentation on different ways we can organize our neighborhoods. So basically those are my main functions. I'm interested in the children of both schools. I'm interested in the animal population, both wild and supposedly tame. Sometimes my cats don't listen to me, but I survive. And the libraries and things like that, especially education and responses, Red Cross preparedness, and more importantly, your preparedness for the next big one. But I do have to tell you in all honesty that since my kids moved to Tennessee, we will be moving in about 10 months. So, I could be on for like a while, but 10 months, I think, 10 or maybe a year. I've lived in Puerto Ranch for 34 years. Used to live in Sepulveda, North Hills now. And when I saw them building, I told Art, I said, that's where we're going. Took us a while, but we got here. So, any questions?
Thanks, Sue. Any questions for Sue?
Committees, you love the committee, so
Committees would be animals, safety, anything practically except being treasurer. Where I needed education, where I am needed, where I can function, planning. One of the things I noticed, which was very good, was the last letter I mentioned that was written about the development with the village. When we were first here, I used to hike right here. There were no houses in this area, and it was beautiful. And it seems it keeps coming and coming, and I keep backing up and backing up. So there's a need, and I'm glad we're getting the solar, because when we do move, we have solar. We've had it for about 10 years now. We have the water pump, separate water system. We're into ecology, and I'd like to see it really develop here.
Hold on. Anybody
Can you
else?
spell her name for her? Oh, what's your first name?
Sue. Thank you, Sue.
Anybody else has a question for Sue?
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 When you go to these, when you respond to disasters, how long do they send you? Like when you go to Puerto Rico, is it a week? Is it 2 weeks? Like 2 weeks?
They like 3 weeks, they'll accept 2 weeks, or they'll even accept less, depending on the need. Right now, I don't respond. I did the fires up in Seattle last September. I used to do the mass care where we would, house in the shelters. I don't sleep well anymore on the cots. My knees don't take it and stuff. So I do client casework where we work with the client, getting them funding and everything for recovery. Their emergency needs we meet. Yes.
Jerry, go ahead.
Really quickly, because I've known Sue since my kids were at Castle Bay. She was fundamental in getting the science lab open. She was helpful on getting the computer lab open, her and Becky. She was fundamentally helpful in getting the benches for the kids that had splinters on their rear ends from Castle Bay.
We got rid of those.
She argued, I argued with her when this school opened, when she wanted to get $1,000 for the Red Cross training for the new teachers. And I argued with her because I said the district should pay for that. So Sue has been the most educationally and Red Cross person that I've ever met. That her dedication to the community. I just redesigned my daughter's bedroom and I showed her a picture and she said, the books are going to fall on her head. Move those books. Move the bookshelf. What are you, nuts?
most of you know me, I've been coming to a lot of the meetings, been involved in the community, but the issues that I think right now we have a tremendous opportunity to is the methane mitigation money that is potentially coming to Porter Ranch. And so one of the suggestions in terms of Mr. Balin and committees would be to establish a methane mitigation type of committee that could work with ARB and ensure that we have things set up. Secondly, with respect to bringing more art to the community, I think this is one of the big opportunities that we have, because we have this new development coming. There's going to be art fees associated with that, and we need more art in our community. We don't really have any to speak of that I can think of, and my mother being an artist would be proud of me saying that. But just to tell you a little bit about my background, I don't know, many of you know my background, but I'm a real estate broker. I work independently from my home, and also I graduated from CSUN with a biochemistry degree, so it helps me when I deal with Jason Lowe. One of the important things that I'd like to see this board, if we can all come to agree, is more community impact statements. I think this is the most powerful tool that we have, that the board has and the community has. So that should be utilized to the fullest extent. As far as, that's fine.
Thank you. Any questions for Jason?
Made Glenn Bailey very happy. Community impact statement, I saw his face like,
Any questions from the
Sorry.
circuit court?
We know his question.
I can answer his question.
You already answered the question.
I didn't finish.
Oh, besides the methane mitigation and art, do you have any other input, like other committees that you were interested in?
Yeah, definitely land use. You know, having a real estate background, land use is something, and you've seen, I don't know if you've, but I've been going to all the hearings on the village. I've been very vocal about the village. And then one other thing that I'd like to have more of, and bringing Jason Lowe here was great. That was one of the things I submitted to Esam and Alex to do, and it was very nice to have him. But I think next we need to have Dogger here. You saw a lot of members of the community asking about Dogger, and also the school district. I think that the school district should be here, and I thank you, Becky, for bringing up the issue with the schools. I think Castle Bay needs monitoring. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. But that's another issue. As far as committees, land use committee, sustainability committee, environmental committee, those are the ones that I would like to be a leader on.
I have a quick question. I saw in your write-up here that you want to do more town hall type meetings.
Yeah,
I'll give you a thumbs up on that one.
Yeah, like bringing AQMD in here so that the public can get their questions answered and get some clarification and understanding, because I think a lot of these things go on behind the scenes. We have no idea what's going on. So this was helpful. At least we can see where the monitoring is and everything else.
I think that you bring up a great point, and having the AQMD here tonight, I think we're all just kind of navigating through a lot of things right now, but I think to have a town hall meeting with the AQMD, it would be better to do that than to take up, the board time when we have to get business done. So I agree.
Yes,
I agree with that.
exactly.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I have one last question before we go to vote for all the candidates. My question is, you can just show by hands. If you're not elected, because you guys, everybody's great. If you're not elected, who would still come out and be on the committee as a stakeholder? Thank you.
Thank you. I have two cards, public comment on this, so let me ask Matt.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. Helen?
I just wanted to support Jason here. He's been at all the meetings that we have been, and I think it's going to be a great addition to the new and improved board that we have.
This is a comment. Any other comment? Yes, sir.
I think it's almost borderline inspirational
have such a high caliber of qualified
Yeah.
applicants.
This is outstanding.
He's from another neighborhood, Chelsea.
I was gonna say, take his name.
He's from, no, he's from,
What are you talking about?
introduce yourself.
No, he doesn't have.
No, I mean, no,
He
'cause
doesn't have.
he's very active in neighborhood councils. He's from North Hills West.
Any other comment? All right. Any additional discussion?
I do. I'm sorry, you know me, I think it's.
Does my voice take that long to get?
I have to support Jason because he puts his heart and soul in everything. He's at every AQMD, every meeting, everywhere, and he just puts his heart and soul in there.
Got us 2 acres. All right. Yes.
I second that.
And he got us 2 acres.
You need a bigger board anyhow. What does it take to make the board more than 11 people?
We,
Under submission.
well, you know, again, there's nothing wrong in trying anything we come up with to try. That is something that we would like to achieve. I think 11 is very small, but that's not the topic we're in now, so thank you. All right, any other comment?
Are we allowed to, or do we need a number or something? I'm so sorry. I'm so new at this, I'm sorry.
When I asked any other comment and paused, I was waiting for someone to say, so, any other comment other than Lane? Okay, last comment.
I just want to say, I'm in between jobs, so I've been able to go to every town hall, every hearing, every AQMD, every joint agency. Jason is there, and he's informed, you know, even when there have been a few times where he hasn't. But he catches up to speed, he engages with the community, he helps me understand things I don't understand with big words. And so I'm behind him 100% as a stakeholder.
All right, no more. I've asked the board now 3 times before going back to public, so we're good to go. Let's vote. Can we do,
Just go down the line?
you know what, I knew the other approach was going to irritate you again, so we'll go down
She
the
always
line.
make me first.
I
I
blame your
I changed my name.
Can we
Okay, change it
start
again.
there, David?
Sure. Wow. Yep, I'm gonna go with the song.
Really?
I'm sorry.
You know something I don't?
Sorry, my apologies. You're stuck in my head there for a second.
I don't want to know what I'm doing there.
Me
You
either.
have to work twice as hard now.
It's almost impossible. I think they're all great candidates. I've worked with Sue, Melissa, Jason, I've seen in every meeting. But I gotta go with my heart, you know, with Semper Fi, my son. I gotta vote for David.
Assad, Jason?
Hold on, David.
Right.
All right, go first.
Jason?
This is everyone is so qualified, and whoever doesn't make it, please stay involved, because I agree with you, this is just a tremendously talented group of people. I happen to think that the schools need a lot of attention, and I don't see that there is anyone on the board that's specifically involved in the schools and in public safety, and so my vote goes to Sue Hill.
Well, it is a hard decision. All 3 of you are qualified.
Always
All of them are qualified, but based on who's here right now, 4 of you are qualified. But I will have to go with, I'll have to go with Jason.
That's a good choice.
It's a tough one.
Oh, again, I mean, I think it's echoing the sentiments that have the really enviable problem of having an amazing group of candidates to choose from. And, but I do think I have to go with my heart, and that is Jason Hecker. You've been so supportive of this community, and like, I'm listening
got one, Asad has two, Lasher has one.
Remind me, do I count in
You
the,
have to vote. 'Cause
I'm asking. Remind me.
I don't have your bylaws right in front of me, but I think we have
we've done 6 out of 10.
majority.
You need to vote this in.
Okay, all right, I'll go with this. All right, Mr. Hector?
Thank you for your support. I won't leave you down.
All right,
I did do all my training, my ethics and code of conduct.
You did it already?
I have the form printed out too.
I'm sorry?
Congratulations.
Swimming now.
No, the advocate is not here, so I will, to do this, you can.
He'll read it. He'll read it.
Yeah, I got it.
I can just help you.
All right. Please raise your right hand. Please repeat after me. I pledge to represent my neighborhood with dignity,
I pledge to represent my neighborhood with dignity,
integrity, and pride.
dignity, integrity, and pride.
I will encourage other points of view,
I will encourage other points of view,
even when they differ from my own.
even when they differ from my own.
I will respect, value, and consider everyone's opinion.
I will respect, value, and consider everyone's opinion.
I will find the good in my neighborhood
I will find the good in my neighborhood
and praise it and promote it.
and praise it and promote it.
To my neighbors and to neighborhoods throughout the city of Los Angeles,
To my neighbors and to neighbors throughout the city of Los Angeles,
I pledge to do this to the best of my ability.
I pledge to do this to the best of my ability.